Good afternoon. Today is August the 31st, Monday. We looked at a section in the book today dealing with two-dimensional figures. I'll share the screen here and show you basically the things that we looked at. If you look at the two-dimensional figures we are familiar with, the basic two-dimensional figures, if we look, we are familiar with a triangle, which looks like this. It has three sides. Okay, and we can label this triangle ABC. The things we're looking for in all of these figures are looking for the area, and we're also looking for the perimeter. And the area here, remember the area for a triangle equals, we do 1/2. Okay, we do 1/2 base, which is B times H. Okay, and then the perimeter down here would be P equals side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. In other words, the perimeter is the sum of the sides, okay? And we look at a four-sided figure, which is either a square, something similar to this, and then the other four-sided figure is a rectangle. But the square here, if we look once again at the area equals side times side times side, or side square, and the perimeter would be, perimeter is equal to 4 times the side, so the perimeter would be 4s. And then if we get into a rectangle, which is here like this, then we go across like this. Now the only difference between a square and a rectangle, the square has all four sides the same. The rectangle has two sides equal and the other two sides equal. Now, the area of a rectangle is length, which is L, times W, which is width, and then the perimeter would be, perimeter equals twice the length plus twice the width. Okay, and then the final one we're looking at here is a circle. So we come up here, I think we can probably draw a circle down here. So a circle, yeah, there we go. So there's a circle. And if you look, the radius of the circle goes from the center out to the side. So this is, we go to there, that would be little r is the radius. All right, so we have the radius here, so that's little r. And then with formulas, if we have the area equals pi, now there's no pi button on here, so I'll give you pi in terms of just pi. Pi, that's the symbol pi, times r squared, so that's r times r, remember the house top button here, if I put the house top and put the square, that's a square. And then the circumference for the circle, you have circumference instead of perimeter. Circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius. Okay, now those are the 4 figures that you really need to kind of be aware of. If you look, if I kind of give you some problems, like if we come in here with a triangle, if you know the base and the height, then like for instance, if I come in here and say, okay, this triangle, the base right here is, let's say the base is 8, okay, and then we can come in here with the height, and the height is from here down to here, okay, so let's say the height is 5, so the height would be 5. So the formula is 1/2 base times height. So if we come down here, 1/2 is area. So the area equals 0.5 times the base, which is 8, times the height, which is 5. So that equals half of 8 is 4, and 4 times 5 is 20. So the area of that triangle is 20. Now, if I have the square here, let's say the side of the square is 4. Okay, so that means all 4 sides are 4. So the area here would be 4 times 4, which is 16. So the area right here would be 4 times 4, which is 16. Okay, and then the perimeter also in this case would be 4 times 4. So the perimeter is 4 times 4 equals 16. So in this case, with the square, the special square where the area and the perimeter are the same. Now over here, let's say the length of the rectangle is, let's say, 10. And the height here is 5. Okay, so if we do the length times the width, so the area equals 10 times 5, which is equal to 50. And then the perimeter here, now notice the perimeter, I can do the same thing here if I do equals 2 parentheses L plus W. So I get perimeter equals 2 parentheses 10 plus 5. So it's twice 15, which is 30, okay? Now, that's the biggest thing that you need to be able to get out of today's lesson is just understanding you've got area formulas and perimeter formulas for these 4 figures. Later on in the book, when we get to the end of it, we'll get back into these 2-dimensional or second-dimensional figures again, and you'll be able to see we're getting a little bit more involved. But for now, if you understand the area and the perimeter formulas for these 4 figures, you should be okay. Now, don't forget, like I said, I'll stop sharing here. Don't forget, as I said in the message I sent you, the email, the test for chapter 1 is this Friday. So, and I gave you the instructions for the end of chapter. There's a practice test at the end of the chapter, and you're to do the even problems on that practice test for your chapter 1 test. Any questions, send me an email and I'll get back to you. Thank you.